Welcome to Frostworks Engineering. I'm actually also calling this a forever world now because I realized I really like it and I want to play in it all the time. So, welcome. And let's do a little overview. Give me just a second. I want to make sure I'm not missing any chat or anything. There we go. Set. Okay. So I did a little work. Well, let's do a full recap here. So in this, hey Reaper, in this series, we are setting up an outpost here on Triton, the ice planet. And we started out with a miner made from the old starting pod. We got just a really basic base, started refining, set up a drill, and then expanded that drill a lot. We have a couple things here. So this actually, oh, it didn't grind it down. That's interesting. Every time I have a different problem with this setup here. That's funny. Oh, I know what I did. I turned on creative for 1 second to get some color codes from something. And during that moment, it fully welded this up. That's funny. So let's make sure that grinds down on its own. Excellent. Okay, good. And then that'll just recycle and be partially welded. Nice. Perfect. So I did fix that. And then, so we have an over-the-top drill here that I love, that has been producing quite a bit. And that has stone that comes out here and drops off. Normally it's more than this, but we've kind of reached the end of the line, and I'm going to work on some alternatives for generating the stone for this. And then we come into a stone refinery here, and I added some coloring to this, and then this goes into gravel. And when this gets too much gravel, it'll actually eject it into this hole. And then we come over here to ore storage, and we have this for, only one of these is full so far, by the way. Over here, this comes over into ore storage, so we have iron, nickel, and silicon. And these would all come from these refineries here. And then I started more storage here for the other ores, so cobalt, magnesium, silver, gold, platinum, and uranium. And they're all going to come from off-site somewhere over here. So got that started for the future. And then here we actually have a whole new row of assemblers. And I did this off camera, put on some jazz, and just worked on this for quite some time. This is the newer assembler type. They all have power modules on them, and there's 10 of them. We're going to set them up as cooperative. And then down here is something pretty cool. There is an exhaust that is tied on an event controller to when there's anything in these, it'll turn on. And then I'm going to tune it down, and hopefully I can have it run so when they're manufacturing for cooperative, they should have enough raw materials in them that they'll turn on. And then when it gets emptied, they should turn off. And so you should be able to see them kind of keep turning on and off as we're producing a bunch of materials. So that's the hope, the goal, and the dream. So I really like how that's coming along. Just to recap, we are running off of solar power. and I tried to make very much like a real-world solar farm here. And these are all small grid solar here on large grid, all identical and facing the sun. And I really like how that's turned out. I'll keep expanding that over time. And then over here is the guy in the thumbnail. This is Sunny. So I made this detector in the last episode to detect when the sun was up or down. And I realized, I'm like, man, it looks kind of like a guy. And I'm like, okay, have to do it. So I gave him a little blue hat here and and a smiley face. And when the sun goes down, he's actually sleepy. So it's pretty cool. And then in the we have a couple of welders over here. We have our electronics kind of area here for control center that we'll be working on over time. And then in the last episode, we set up I don't know why this is running funny. Wow, what you doing? Ah, there we go. It's running. Okay. We set up an algae farm that will automatically face the sun during the daytime, which the daylight just kind of came out. And so that's facing the sun, getting full power. And then at nighttime, it'll actually retract and turn off and go underground. And the lights change and such. So that was a pretty fun project to work on. I might extend it later, but it's just kind of cool to get this sort of process started of things that depend on the day and light cycle. So a couple of things here. So I've decided to make this more my forever world. So that means I'm going to do some parts of it off camera. Just because sometimes they take time to kind of get the detail in there, or just to weld things up. But I will try to have a fair amount of complexity still in the streams and show you what I'm working on, and we'll keep working on this together. So really enjoying that part. And then so what I want to do is, well, I actually made I updated the to-do list finally. It's been like 8 episodes since I updated this to-do list. But this is actually the Sunny camera right here. So next is component storage. So we have the assemblers, but now the assemblers aren't going anywhere yet. So I'm still having to go off of kind of the old refinery area. And then I want to do ice refining and hydrogen storage. And then some solar, stone, and ice to go with that. A landing pad and a cobalt facility. So let me see if I can try to explain those a little better out here. So component storage, I'd like to have some sort of warehouse right over here, and that's what I want to start on this episode. And then I have changed this to blue color. What I want to do is start producing stone and ice from this drill area, and so that way we can have both going through here, which should make it more entertaining as it drops down. And then coming out from here will be the ice part, and we'll have kind of a hydrogen facility here that will process all that. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. So we'll kind of have 2 facilities, and should be able to be plenty wasteful with hydrogen and like flames going off and stuff. That'd be cool. And then somewhere over here, I want to make some sort of, maybe like the roof of a building, maybe the roof of a greenhouse or something. We use my solar ore generator mod for the stone and the ice, and that way it'll be kind of built into the building and piped in over through here to go up and look as if it came from the drill. I figure I have proven my ability to drill and instead of trying to extend that, every week or something, I can use the solar ore generator mod to make it kind of evergreen. So that's my plan. And then so we'll have that generating. We'll have the component storage warehouse, the hydrogen facility here. Maybe the start of a farm with the roof being those generators. And then over here is where I want a large landing facility, kind of from over maybe to here over to here, and this should give us a lot more kind of room on the side of this build, kind of fill it out a bit, and that'll have those 6 ores will come in from other outposts. So kind of ambitious, but I'm pretty stoked about this. I think a lot of people, including myself, dream of having outposts that go and gather resources regularly in an automated fashion, and so I'm just going to make that happen, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So back to today, we need to make the warehouse area. I think I want to leave some room in between these assemblers and the warehouse, because what I might want to do is kind of a real basic assembly line, nothing too fancy, but maybe just like auto producing batteries and discharging them like in between here, something like that later, just for show, just to give some more of a feel like you're doing manufacturing in here. So we want to bring this out, so let's just try this here. Yeah, let's oh. So the warehouse, I need to store a lot of items in a warehouse. I think there's something like 32 components or something. And those are the ones just used to create blocks. There's also ammo and consumables now. Now we have med kits and power kits. So yeah, that'll be... we need a lot of storage is what I'm saying. Okay, so let's see how much space. If we're going to do a little manufacturing in between, let's say we need probably at least that much space in between. Give ourselves a little bit more. Okay. Reaper, how you doing today? Sorry, I was doing a lot of intro and recap and stuff. I'm totally in the record my video mode. I spent so long on that Skyblock starter. Oh, good lord. It was a good time though. I think the Skyblock quick start tutorial video came out pretty good. Let's see. So we do a little manufacturing here. We could come out to probably around here, I would say, kind of even with where the solar's going. And I'm thinking that 1 to 2 large containers per component would be pretty good. I don't need to make like stacks on stacks, so that means I can design a roof for the facility as well. Like these right here, I figured with the raw components, I don't need to have a limit of how many of those I keep, so I could just stack higher with that, or even stack to the side a little bit. But I think with the output, I can stay less than like 2 containers of anything. I also, there's a pretty good video that shows, and I've used it before. I could set up auto crafters for different things. So like I always keep, for example, 10,000 steel plates on, but I prefer to just queue up a bunch and restock as needed. The amount of space and refinery, or amount of space and individual assemblers you need, you essentially need an individual assembler for each component. And if we do that times 32 or whatever, it's a lot. And and if you make them compact, they're not fun to look at either. So I think this will be better. Yeah, something like this. And it would be nice if I can pipe it from the bottom. Let's see if we can figure out how many we need. Let's see. Anything non-craftable will just go in a generic chest. So we have 5, so that means this is 21 components. How about what we do is we have individual containers for all the components, and then what we'll do is have category containers for these. So equipment, tools, weapons, and ammo will have their own section or own boxes. Okay. Yeah, I think so. And so 21, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. So 25 containers. Oof. And this is 10 assemblers, and they're not 3 wide, they're 2 wide. So yeah, this is going to be exciting. So maybe what I'm thinking is that maybe we do kind of 2 out and then a large space in between, so you could like pretend to drive up in between, and then 2 more on the other side. But I think I need to get some examples out here so I can get an idea what it looks like. Pretty much this series is doing all the things that I definitely wouldn't do in a normal survival playthrough. Like, especially on an official server, like, why I work this hard, you know? And these are some things that I might do if I had like a build and repair world, because that makes things so much easier. Okay, so let's say that I put the containers on this. They're 3 wide, so then this is 1 space in between. We'll try that, and then next bottom will be here. Let's see, if we have 25, so 24, so we need to go 12. Wait, 12 long? No, it's just 6 long, actually. Let's see. Gonna need some interior plates and some more hydrogen. I've been using a lot of it here. Flying around like I'm in space or something. There we go. Okay. Alright, so these are 6. So that's not so bad. If I go wide, then I have 2 rows of 6 on each side, and 1 in between on the back. Yeah. Okay. Let's try that. I'll just try to match up with these. It's one thing with these containers is they like to auto flip. They're so pretty though. I'm gonna remove all these. I just really want to check the spacing. Okay. 5 and 6. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. Why is it so difficult to use these things? Here, maybe if I go from this angle? Oh my, why does it reset every time? Usually things like this, like, they get annoying, but they're predictable. I guess this is predictable. It just will flip every time it has a chance now. You know you play a lot of Space Engineers when your end key falls off. That happened as I was recording recently. I'm like, what? Why that key? Okay. So what if this was one side of the warehouse? I think this is too close. So I think I should make more than 1 block space. At least in this direction. I mean, I'm still planning to pipe things from the bottom. So I guess with my plan, I do need an output and an input. So I think the input I could have from the bottom. The output I would need to come from a side. Yeah, it's a tough one. So, I need to check my diagram. I have a workshop blueprint that has a complete production and like sorting setup in it. And so it's kind of nice. I actually reference it myself a lot I know it's here somewhere. Alright, complete sorting. So, yeah. So what I do is I put a sorter in to all of the storage for the components, and then there's no sorter coming out. That way you can like easily pull things out. Ooh, okay. Kind of wish there was a corner sorter. That would be cool. But if that's the case, then I would either need to lift up my warehouse, which might not be a bad idea, give me a little more height than my builds, or I need to pipe it in from the side or top. Ooh, top might be kind of cool. Let's take a look at that. If I'm really going to limit my total storage, then I could use top. Yeah, because I'm only going to have conveyors out, so I don't really need to touch those, so those are even better for the bottom. Ooh. Okay. And then that would let me do kind of a cool pipe thing on top as well. Yeah. Yeah, I like where this is going. Cool pipe things are always a good idea. Yeah. And then I can just add some extra height in in the build. So I can show that off. I like it. I like it. Okay, again, I think I should do just more space. Like, it just doesn't hurt. If I can add another block in between all of these, I think that would be really good. Yeah. Okay. But I think we're onto something. I think this is going to be it's going to look pretty awesome. Yeah, and I actually am just kind of recreating that same sort of layout of my complete production setup by just spacing things out. So that's why I intentionally copied the colors I use in that build, so people can kind of see a real example. And maybe I'll do like a video showing like, hey, this is this in the real world, you know. Okay. It's kind of funny, like being able to one-hit these giant blocks. Grinder. Oh, apparently you can one-hit me too. I still have not turned on hunger yet. Just so I'm not only pounding algae all the time. I'm going to wait until we have a full garden set up. Okay. I have a little bit more space if I want to stay on the ice. But I could really go maybe until... no, I probably don't want to go any deeper in this direction. Because I want to leave plenty of room for things to fly in, and this vehicle, or this building, will be kind of tall, probably about this level. this row is... Okay, so if this is the wall... Do we need two between the wall as well? I'll just plan on expanding that wall as needed. Okay. But we do want two from the right. And I don't think it matters which direction these side ports are on. But I think it's nice to have them forward so people can always reach into all these. Ooh, I wonder if I could do something between the stack even. Like, when they're on top of each other. I've never really seen that. Usually people just stack them as they are. Oh, actually, I think I need to stack them as they are so that they are seen as the closest thing for spillover. Yeah, so I should not put a conveyor space in between just so I don't risk any issue. Okay, that's 3. And we're going to use this line as a guide, and I'll put the real conveyors next to this line. My goodness. Oh, drat. It got me. Thought I had it. No, that's right, that's 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I didn't need that many. Which way do we want to shorten this? Let's shorten from the front. And then I can always do some other stuff. Like I want to decorate with a whole bunch of other containers in the front part. Yeah. Okay. Now we will need to move another line here. So that's 2, so just, actually just 1 here. See if there's enough space. I think it is. Yeah, there we go. That's 2 space. Yeah, this is going to be really cool because these containers will really be, they'll have a fair amount of space around them, but no conveyor sticking out. Okay, Yeah, yeah, that'd be good. So, gonna have that there, and then just gonna start placing the conveyors. Let's see. There we go. So I figure I'll just do T's. And I'll try to face them inwards. Oh man, this is going to be so awesome. Let me, just going to place these and I'll do a little recap. Okay, awesome. So we're making good progress on the layout for the warehouse for components, and I'll just work backwards here. We will eventually have a landing pad over here to get our other ores coming in. We have a pretty cool assembler line started, all running power modules, and they'll be working cooperatively. Awesome. Nice Reaper. And then have all the ore storage here. Have at least 2 for everything. These are all empty so far until I actually get them incoming. And then gravel storage and ejector. The 2 refineries for stone. A large silo to store the stone. And this will eventually also be storing ice as well. And then we have our massive drill rig here that should be making new pistons. There we go, nice. Making new pistons for it. It isn't actually, it just looks like it does. So, it's pretty cool. So that pushes the old one down and then makes the new one and sends that in. And then our very basic base here, original miner, refinery, and assembler for right now. We're trying to move away from this here. Our control center, algae farm, and a whole lot of solar. And this little guy seen in the thumbnail. So cool. So working on storage here. I think this is gonna just be really awesome like this. We got those T's. Now let's see what the spacing should be between these 2 sections. So I think I think we do want a stack in the center for all the miscellaneous, which means that these should be junctions. And we can actually just finish this out. So let's say we just kept the model of 2 spacing in between. 2 spaces, 1 for the container, then a T. Then 3 over. 3 over. Back to a junction. Oof. Okay. So this is the middle of a container. It has 1 space, then 2 in between, then middle of a container here. Conveyor 2, I think this is a C. No, this is a D. Yeah, I'm a little off because I haven't replaced these containers. Okay, container here, empty spaces, container start here, so this is wrong. Container start. Container middle. Container end. 2 spaces. Container start. Container center. Okay. So that's how far things would be away. I was just throwing myself off because I didn't finish this part. So I'll aim this towards the center. Okay. Ah, yes. And this whole line will move over one, so that will fit there. Okay. Yeah, so we have half of the building set up now. And that... I guess the question is that wide enough? Will this seem too small? Let me go ahead and put these where they belong. This is the challenge of building in survival. I like it though. Okay. Aim at that. So that just gives us this much space in between. I think that's reasonable. Yeah, because I mean, you're walking into a storage lane, so it'll feel like it. I mean, it's gonna look epic anyways, so. There's just like, you just don't see that many containers at once very often anyway, so I think that'll be great. I wish that they made these containers so that they had ports on each side. I'd use a normal container all the time. Let's see here. Yeah, that should be good. And then I'm thinking I put a bunch of like the little storage things around, maybe even some small grid containers up front. Yeah, okay. So let's see. I don't think yeah, I'm gonna have to do all the floor. So I'm probably gonna remove all these containers. Weld up the floor part first. And that's gonna take some time. Let's let's get some more steel plates started. Actually, I can make them in the new area. But I don't have the component storage over there yet. Oh, the irony. Yeah, 40,000 still contained. There's still plates. It's a good start. Okay, let's get this part going. So we used a junction here, I believe, right? Yep. Just in case, that way we can go in both directions. I think this is fine because we can just bring this tube forward anyways and maybe meet in the center somewhere over here. We'll have probably just a port that I can grab from as well at the front of this. Just so I can grab with the build planner. Yeah, it should be good. So let's connect these. Yeah. Oh man. It's gonna be epic. I actually tried to do this in my own world. And I mean, I made a little progress. I was trying to get so I tried to make these containers more random as well. And the project was just a little too big for me to do on my own, I think, at the time. But now with the power of peer pressure and social engineering, I can get myself to work on this stuff. Okay, we got, so that's the empty part, start of the container, and T. And what is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 spaces in between. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Nice. Oh. Shoot. Oh man. I messed up. It's so funny. I wish they had like a block switcher that could rotate a block for you. Because I realized I'm facing these towards the center, but I'm going to have another block in front of it. So I have to face these guys up. Good lord. Okay. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I really hope they have some sort of block switcher thing in the future. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now this will face up and it'll look way cooler. Because you'll be able to walk by and actually see the tube. So it's safe to fix these over there. I guess it's not safe here because this isn't connected yet. I'll leave these blocked off. Well, yeah, I'll leave these blocked off and I'll burrow in later as needed. Yep. Peer pressure's the way. Okay, I think all of these are wrong as well. Okay. Nice. Okay, those are facing up. Really only need to fix the middle ones, but might as well fix this line here. Guess I'll just shave all these out. Yeah, we're gonna, I mean, we'll keep having more projects, and so it would be good to have this production really running well. I mean, the thing is with Space Engineers is that little setup I have over there with the refinery and yield modules is actually plenty for most things. But it's not that cool, you know? This is gonna be cool. Warehousing and logistics. It's actually what I do in the real world for work and such. Just software for warehouse and logistics and such. So I've always been fascinated with it. Okay. Nice. Alright, that looks good. And then, yeah, I can place these. Well, I can place them and then remove them later. So I can weld it, but at least I can get a good view of this here. That's one thing I've realized when I build in games is that I have to,
Fuel critical.
I have to kind of lay things out just to get a feel for what they're going to look like. So I'll just like put them to the side of my build and then I know what I'm going to be working with. Alright, a little more hydrogen here. I am running a mod that gives me unlimited power for my suit. Just so that we're not fighting with that constantly when we're doing the building. Let's see here. Okay. I like this. Okay, so then I'm going to do one more layer on each of these.
Low health.
Which is, okay, there we go, heal. I know you're surprised that I have a full-sized med center in my base. I do need to put some of those refill stations around. Soonish. I'll make sure each building has one of those refill stations soon. Okay, so we want to do the spacing, so it's again just 2 spaces between, so we do 4 total. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I guess we'll just connect through the back as far as the input for these go. I think that's fine. 3, 4. And then this one, do these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll keep doing junctions in the back just to give us this option. Yeah. And the rest of these we'll do a T. Inward facing T. And I might, I'll leave the T here, even though I may not use it. And then we'll do these here. I actually really like my larger sun skybox here. Makes for some fun sunsets. Nice. I guess. Here, let me just do some containers on this side, just to give an idea what this will look like here. Double stack it. Oof. Okay, stop arguing with the game. Okay, it's not gonna stop arguing. It's fine. We can get an idea of what the height will be for the ceiling. Okay, so we're gonna do tubes in. Then from T's. And then I would say that the roof should be at least 2 more blocks over that. 2, 3. So the roof will be right around, oops, about this high. Yeah, it should be nice. That'll be a good sized building there. Yeah. And then on this side, bring this out. So we want 2 spaces between the wall and the container as well, for good measure. So yeah, it should be good there. Oh, wait, were these in the right place or did I have them wrong? No, these are right. Yeah. But I think I kind of I guess I haven't really thought about what I want to do for like walls and such and decos, but I think if I just make the base and connect it and get the components going, Then I can work on the walls later. Okay, and then these guys. We have the end of the container, then 2 more, then the wall. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I wanted to really expand this outpost, and I think this is definitely gonna do it. It is now getting dark. As dark as it does get here. Here, let me finish the tubing on this side so I don't forget how I did that. Yeah, very cool. This is my forever world, actually, and Frostworks Engineering. And in here, we try to over-engineer things, make it entertaining. I'm trying to add movement to just about everything, and that's part of why we rely on solar. Oh, the algae farm is gone. It retracted at night and is stored safely away here. It's very cool. And so we have some ore storage and assemblers, and now I'm working on the component warehouse. So I'm working on that right now. Trying to get this design down. And first of all, the conveyors. Okay, so this over here is a junction, and we want this to also be a junction. So we'll just have junctions on the back, and then we can do normal tubing in between facing upward. There we go. And these are all T's, so they're good. Turn the light on. I do need to add more lights in the world as well. We spent a while where I didn't let it get dark during the stream, and now I'm using a skyblock so that it's lighter, so that we can kind of see some of these nighttime things. Like here's the flames going on the refineries. They're based on power input. Oh, I see. I didn't do any event controllers for these guys, and because I'm still making those steel plates over there in the assembler, they're turned up. Okay. I think I'll just bring conveyors. I don't know. I don't really need conveyors going that far forward, I don't think. This is the output. I don't know. Either way, there's a lot of this I can fill in now. And we can actually start the welding process in here. That looks good. Yeah, this should be huge and epic, but also kind of manageable. I should probably recount the components, just make sure I didn't miscount something before I start the welding process here. Ooh, I know something I could do for a mod, or I should see if there is one. Maybe I could turn up the flashlight. That'd be kind of cool. Need more steel plates. Good thing I started 40,000 of them. That's funny. It's like I got 600 done. I'm so proud of you, Assembler. I know there's 15k. That's good. There you go. Oh man, I'm really stoked. This is it's coming out good. I haven't. Actually, I do have a creative world where I was trying to do kind of a warehouse design. So maybe I'll have to look at that and see if I can come back with some ideas for the outside of this later. I like designing warehouses in other games, so. I guess I could have used another block for this, but I guess, I mean, it's the same PCU, it's just the resources, and eventually I'll have all the resources, so. I wonder in SE2 if we'll be able to do a little bit more like a creative drag zoop with things like blocks like this and in survival. That'd be nice. When they added zoop to Satisfactory, it was a big deal. I could also use a projector to make these platforms and weld them against that. But we're halfway there. I don't think I need to. I don't want to bring the tubes straight forward in the center, because that way, you know, if I want to have like a truck that I drive up with or something, I could. A small truck, but still pull it into here. Oh, I probably should have used the new fieldwork blocks for at least parts of this. Well, not today. I totally forget those exist. I kind of took a break like right after fieldwork hit. So I didn't really get into those or like the new lab things. Those seem pretty sweet. This is going good. We should be able to start welding. Oh, okay. A little more to go. My bad. But this is... We'll have real production set up, all nice and sorted, which is what I often miss when I'm in my other worlds. Like, I wouldn't go through the trouble to do it in the other worlds, but I do think, oh, it'd be nice if I had this sorted and that sorted. So it'll be nice to have a world where that is the case. In a world where all your components are sorted. That's pretty awesome. So close. Okay. Woo. Yeah, this is gonna be sick. I wonder if I should go through the trouble of switching. I think it's okay. But I could turn my welders to face downward on my ship. But it's not too bad to use it on flat surfaces as is. Okay. Let's see how many steel plates we can use up here. I'm going to empty the other items right now, just to save a little weight. Okay. Oh, a little heavy. How about that? Well, there's nothing important over there to bump into yet, so it'll be fine. Nothing to worry about. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I can barely lift up. Oh, that's funny. Oh, actually, I probably need to be careful with this much weight because my thruster will damage stuff. I didn't really think about that. Just because it's going full blast, right? Let's see how much I burn things. Looks like a doom laser. I mean, I can always fix a few by hand, so. Well, nothing exploded. This ship has actually worked better than I thought it would. Just kind of threw it together, but it's working. A lot of times I put off making a large grid welder in Atmo. This is actually probably one of the only ones I've made. I mean, part of it's kind of expensive. I don't know that I have all the components for the connectors and conveyors. So far, so good. No. Working well. Nice. Oh, I should probably add some lights on this vehicle as well. Pretty much driving a bus to do my welding. It's yellow and everything. Nice. I do have a lot of practice driving really crappy ships around. I don't know if that's an accomplishment or not. Especially in like space. Yeah, sometimes I overfill on those ships, so it's a miracle that I don't hit stuff. So good. So we'll get this warehouse going, and then I think next is the hydrogen refinery. That should be pretty cool. I had like 12k. Oh, it's only used like 1k of steel plate so far. Oh wait, no, I had 21, I think. So choose like 6K. Nice. Oh. Let me go ahead and change this up a little bit. I'll put a few more welders on the front of this so we can go faster. Should pay off. And I'll see if I can find those components we're missing for the connectors as well. I hope that with the improved graphics, it will be easier to spot when you're over a connector. The trouble is, like, I can't really use AI blocks on this because I'd need to add in a bunch of downward thrusts and probably more on the sides just so it had better handling. It's too picky about that to land for me. Just want to double check, make sure this guy is sleeping like he's supposed to. He is. He's sleeping. Nice. Oh, it makes me happy. Okay, what am I missing over here? Small steel tubes and interior plates. Okay. Production. And then I think I will aim these all downward. Hopefully I get hit by them. Junction. Welder. Ooh, this new fancy welder here. Since we're home, might as well go big. Yeah, these new welders pretty cool. I do try to use a little more of the DLC blocks in this world as well, because normally when I'm doing tutorials and stuff, or making public ships, I usually upload them. But they are really nice. I feel like I should reinforce this, but like there's nothing too strong to hold on to anyways. Here, mean, shouldn't be getting in any fights here, but you never know. Oops, not heavy, light. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's see if we can find some of the missing materials. What is yeah, there we are. Okay. Should do it. Yeah, we used 10K plates so far. And let's make another welder group for these. Hey Prime, how you doing, man? Toggle block on off. Okay. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. Let's try these. This longer range. Oh no, I have one facing the wrong direction. What have I done? I apologize for the OCD issues out there. Can I hit both lines? I can. Nice. There we go. Yes. This is better. So I'm currently working on the foundation of the storage warehouse for components. We have ingot storage and a bunch of assemblers, and now we just need some place to put the things we craft. Something for the conveyors. Okay. Yeah, this is working a little better. How about that? I guess maybe because I'm used to like limits on official servers or something, I don't usually overdo it with things like this, but I really should now and then. This thing looks kind of scary. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, I'm out of steel plates even. Nice. I actually really like this planet. I think my favorite, as far as the most complex planet, is Alien. But if I want open spaces to either build or to take on encounters, I think Triton is my favorite. Okay, let's see here. Well, let's find out what we ran out of before. Construction components. How about that? Yeah. I mean, it's just, especially with those encounters, like, it's just, you can just see them from so far away and not worry about anything. Drive on the ice as well with rowers if you want. Okay. Let's see. Trying to get a little of everything here. Well, a little of everything I have. Oh. I was looking at the storage I was trying to pull from. Nice. I'm still cooking another 25k steel plates. Okay. Yeah, I'm also glad I didn't build up the main base yet so that I can fly around here without bumping into it. But this will work out good because once I have this finished, then next to it will be the hydrogen refinery. And so that area will be pretty much done in the center there. So that'll be nice. Making progress. I'm totally gonna leave that backwards welder on for a while. Until somebody says something, I guess. Oh, I missed a block. Yep. Pretty close, though. So that I've got all the conveyors set up, and the bottom part is going to be the output of the storage containers. So I didn't need a sorter on that part. And then the top part is going to be the input to them. Yeah, I don't know. They might or might not. I do try to remember that people watch streams in smaller resolution, so like they might not notice that detail even. Okay. Nice. that off. Should be okay. Now we can start placing the containers. And wonder if I'm gonna switch my. Okay, I guess I'm gonna change those welders again because I'm like, well, I guess I could just set a hinge on that. That's what they say. If you like it, put a hinge on it, and then I can rotate them downward and back up again, because I'm gonna need to do these containers and the walls. Ah, it's gonna be so good. Man, it's nice when you plan things out correctly underneath. Note to self, always plan things out correctly from now on. Okay, then that one's facing forward. These will face back towards the center. I think another thing nice about Triton is that you can breathe the air. I think usually, I feel like one of the weather forms you can't breathe, but I don't remember. Maybe I'm thinking of a different planet. I think I probably need more interior plates. Yeah. Nope. Maybe refill while I'm here. Yeah, that's gonna be sick. You know, actually, I may go up multiple blocks space to the ceiling, just because most warehouses do have this huge kind of overhang area. So I may, instead of like 2 space, I might do 4. I think that would be good. I think I'll just try to weld these as they are right now. This is actually not that bad of a configuration for doing that. Oh, wait, what do I only have 2,000 interior plates. That's not going to cut it. I could put something in between here to actually start using this. Or so this is actually going to come in through the top, or well, or at least it's going to come down from the top, this input. So yeah, it doesn't really matter what I do over here. Let's make something temporary. Let's give some space so I'm not gonna risk crashing into any of this. Oh, oops. I actually need a, well, let's add a sorter here. Sorter. And container. And 1, 2, just to be safe. And connector. Okay. And let's get this started. So I think I need, well, here. What I'm wondering is when I go to queue things up, how it chooses the default assembler. And I haven't really figured that out yet. Here. So if I go here, I'm outside the assemblers. So the first assembler I placed is number 1. And then it's sort of alphabetical order after that. So let's assume that industrial assembler 1 is the primary and everybody else is on co-op. Kind of wish they had a, or oh, I wonder if I can hide these other assemblers somehow. That'd be cool. Okay, so if I go to 1 and I queue up a ton, it should light up. Nice. Lighting up all these because they're all going to work. it's awesome. The last assembler that was built turns into default. Maybe. It might just be relative to your line, right? Because I went from this and the closest one to this is assembler 1. I'm not sure. I'm just going to do these manually for right now. That looks pretty cool at night. I like it. I alternated between the fire and the electricity, the small arc. Yeah. And I think if I fine tune it enough, then when I have components pulled out, it'll just show when it's getting input, really. I don't know how fine-tuned the event controller will detect, but we'll find out. Yeah, I'll be so happy just to be off of that spot. Into the big time. Yeah. Yeah, I have to be careful. It kind of it it freaked me out when I started seeing these flames from these guys. I'm like, oh no, something's broken. It's not as bad with these because they're like coming from down below, you know, and you don't see the flame. But when you see the flame, you're like, oh my god, it crashed. Who shot at my base? Oh, I queued this up and then I didn't change the order. Oh. Well, where'd it go? Oh, no, that's one. There we go. Okay. It's kind of fun too. This actually got me a chance to use just power modules. It's the most efficient way to manufacture stuff. I just don't get to do it very often because of space or resources. Okay, whitelist. Just components for now. Later you kind of need to add in some of the, like the ammo, handles, those things. But that should be fine. Nice. Production. Yeah, it's separating these all pretty well. I like, it's just kind of fun to queue up a whole bunch of stuff at once. We're gonna need construction components. Actually, let's cancel these and we'll alternate a bit. That was cool. When I stopped it, it instantly cleared out. That's very nice. I think we still need steel. We will still need steel plates later. Actually, I'm gonna need some of those. Yeah. I didn't move any cobalt over to this line yet, so I'll need to make those grids on the old part. No, that reminds me, I do need grids. Because I'm making the containers now. 1,000 something? Yeah. Should be enough for now. Yeah, I hope I can hide those other assemblers somehow. That'd be nice. I don't know if it's a vanilla. I mean, it should be a vanilla thing. It's probably not a plugin I'm running, but it feels like my interface resets a lot. It just like goes back to the beginning of the list. I don't know what that is. Sun's probably coming up soon here. Yeah, that's working good. All those lights are showing. I think I may change up that blue. I like the idea of mixing in the blue modules, but the execution isn't looking as cool. Okay. Yeah. Which one's the right one? Probably should label my container. This one. Alright, man. I'll catch you when you're back. Okay. What does this need? Oh, metal grids. Okay. Well, I'm glad I keep this up. Pretty sure I got a bunch of cobalt at the beginning of this series. I think cobalt's going to be the first mining outpost I set up. Nice. I have 8 viewers. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hit me up if you have any questions. Quick recap. This is my forever world and over-engineering world that I play. I'm trying to do things that require movement as much as possible and interaction and go a little bigger. And so over here we have our solar farm, which I'm going to continue to bring out here, try to make it look like a real one. We have our algae farm, which should be coming up pretty soon in the morning. And let's see what Sunny says about this. Sunny is still sleeping, but it is almost morning time. And we have our over-engineered drill here, storage that's coming into, and now we're getting the real processing going. So let's see here. Hey, Jolly Roger. Welcome, welcome. just out of metal grids. How you doing today, Jolly? Okay, yeah, just need metal grids. Metal. Oh, I have 2,000. What was I thinking? Should be able to finish these containers then. Awesome. Yeah, this is it's kind of a close, like maybe second with Minecraft, because I like Minecraft a lot, but I like making content with this way more than any other game. Like, it's just fun to interact with the community and everybody. And, there's so many unique things you can do, and you can share blueprints and tips and mods and all that stuff. There's also just like so many things you can't do in other games, like just remotely controlling something. Like, there's like less than 10 games that let you do that. Put a whole rover together and send it to the moon in this if you wanted. I'm having fun like making more of a home world now. Like I normally bounce around between so many different experiments and things I'm trying. This is gonna be cool. It's gonna be mine, you know? Nice. Okay, that's looking good. I'm gonna need some other colors for containers. Well, and I think I need like another lighter color too. Not the default gray. Never want to use the default gray. It's too much of it in the world. But some other sort of gray to use for those assemblers. And then maybe for things like these component containers. I don't particularly want to color code these component containers. So I think that would be a lot of work. Also, I'm kind of making up colors because, like, in the base game, they don't actually have colors. It's just the mod that does. No. There we go. Let's see how these assemblers are doing. Oh, wow. They're finished. Let's make more of everything. Ooh, nice. What you cooking, Reaper? Or if you're saying I'm cooking, then that's cool too. So we're doing 2 layers of component containers, just so we have a little overflow. But I think 2's enough. more than 2 full large containers. It's like, why'd you make that many in the first place? And I'm not really going to be doing a lot of scrapping of POIs and stuff, I don't think. Because, like, you do a Factorum and scrap that and come home with, like, 20k steel plates and stuff. I don't think I'm going to do that. It's just not that kind of playthrough. Somebody asked me to do a playthrough of my skyblock scenario, and gotta figure out like what my main goal is going to be in that, because I've spent a fair amount of time in space with the Factorum and such, but I do need to actually set up some real combat vehicles instead of Hydroman it. And I have yet to ever see the new hydrogen the new hydrogen generator thing, which I really want that. Oh, nice. I want some Asian food. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be so good. I'm so excited about this. It is gonna take me. I'm probably not gonna do all the like configuring for the sorting on the stream, but I will go over it in the next one. It is, the sun has come up. Here, actually, just want to show you real quick. If the sun is coming up, then the algae should come up, and let's see, this guy's still sleeping. Come on now, come on. Still sleeping in? Lazy butt, come on, Sonny. It's gotta be close. Let's see what's going on here. Let me go park my vehicle for a sec. I can't have lazy robots, you know? Sleeping in all day. It's my job. Okay. Okay, still sleeping. I think the event controller's here. Threshold is 2. And it's at 3. What's in slot 1? That's its 10. Oh, okay, so it should be... Yeah, it's working. I had it wrong. It was close enough. Nice. We can watch this come up here. So that comes out. And then I don't know why that's rotating down like that. It does move later. Because I have an event controller based on the piston location that if it gets low enough, then it will bring this in. I wonder if it's doing something when it's bringing it out. Let's see here. So piston location. So it turns on and off aim at sun. And then it rotates to a particular angle when it's bringing it down. It rotates a hinge to a particular angle when it's bringing it down as well. But everything else that's aimed at sun is looking at it. So I'm turning that on and off again. I mean, I know it will turn eventually. I guess we could rotate it to whatever it's at right now to start in the morning. I mean, it will fix itself eventually. I'm not sure. I'll have to mess around with that a little bit more later. But Sunny is awake now and happy. Let's see here. And what do I have? Should be good to weld these. Yeah, now I'm hungry too, Reaper. I got some tacos. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I wonder if, because it's not like I hate all weather, it's just a matter of I want to be able to always show what I'm up to, and some of the weather really gets in the way of that. Maybe I could make like a pack with some mild weather or something. That would be fun. I don't know if it's possible. It'd be cool to have some unique weather. Like where the sky just like turns purple for a while or something. That'd be cool. Oh man, this is looking awesome. Get the conveyors placed for this string. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna have sorters into these, and we're gonna have a tube over top, a T that goes by it. I wonder if we want to have those close. I think we'll have the connector close by because you won't really be able to see it very well from the bottom floor. Right? Like I can't even see that. So that's good. And then let's decide if we want to go maybe because of that, we might want to go up even one more before the tube splits. Because we're going to add more height. The more height, the more warehouse it looks like. So it does not hurt to go up any. So we'll go up at least one tube. Let's see what one tube looks like. We could even alternate. We could have a different level on the others. Yeah. One tube is really good. What about more? I don't necessarily want it coming out of the ceiling, so I do need some space between it, but higher might be good. Let's see. Definitely at least one extra space. This is a tough one. I think just one. That's fine. Because once you get a second, then it's like, well, what are you doing with that extra space? Why do you have it? You know? Nice. These industrial sorters are always difficult to find the arrows on.
Fuel low.
Oh no.
Fuel critical.
I really need to add those refill stations. I don't know why my game makes this crashing sound whenever I land. Like apparently I'm a robot. The truth is out. Now you know, everybody. I'm a clanger. Let's see here. Oh, did I get this right? I think I did, but better to double check. There we go. Oh yeah, this is gonna look so cool. I wonder if I'm gonna do any catwalks in the ceiling. Probably not, but we're gonna see how it starts to look once it's filled out. Okay, hopefully those are all correct. This is not correct. Really? See, I made the noise again. Why do I make that noise? Dang it. It's true, Reaper. It's true. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a plugin. Oh, oops. I actually have to be careful. I don't know. I don't watch enough news to know. But like, I know there was this comedy video that's like said that clanger was a slur for robots. And I'm like, I don't know if that's like a real thing. And I should feel bad. If it is a real thing, then I do feel bad. If not, I was just making a reference to Clang in the game. I think, I think what I'm gonna do actually is just have these tubes go across the whole thing, like this. Even that middle one I'm gonna bring out. Nice. I'm doing this and realizing that I'm making it far enough apart that I won't be able to weld it. Pretty much. Yep. Clanger. This is gonna look so cool. I can always bring the smaller welder ship in here too. I also didn't realize how passionate some people are about not having AI generated art and images. So I used AI to help with the text, and it modified my image slightly on a thumbnail, and they were like, "Oh my god, how dare you!" I just didn't know it bothers people. I just don't think we can avoid it. if I do leave. Oh, okay. I may need to. I'm gonna need something to brace these with. So I'll probably need to replace some parts of it to use to have like an armored version. So, oops, like this. So I probably will need to put these in regularly. Man, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna do 3 blocks higher. Clinkers do use AI. Oh. Sorry. I'm gonna get canceled for that. Oh, it's a dangerous world. Okay. So that's where the ceiling's gonna be. Or somewhere around that. Oh, this looks awesome. So cool. I do have higher inventory, so just gonna do these bottom ones by hand. So cool. Yeah, it's gonna feel like an actual warehouse. Somewhat futuristic one, but it's still a warehouse, I think. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute to set all of those. Sorters for all 26 of these. Gives me a little bit of room too if I did want to set up something else like overflow protection. Excellent, Reaper. I just realized too that I should not be doing a massive build that's just one block away from getting disconnected. Let me just add a couple more here just in case. Just for now. I guess I do have conveyor T's. Kind of like a normal T though, so maybe I'll do in between, I'll do the reinforced lift up part. Because I want the tubing to feel like tubing, and the reinforced part to feel like an anchor. So yeah, I'll do it in between. I like working on things like this. It's kind of organic, but it also gives me time to plan as I'm working on it. I guess I also knew the technical part before, at least like the sorting part, so I don't need to worry too much about that. I just love how bright and clear Triton is during the day. Whew. All right, nice. So then, motors, small steel tubes, interior plates, and construction components. I think I have those. Let's label this. Container 126. Wow. Okay, I got a lot of containers to name later. Temp output. Really? Oh. There we go. So we got motors, we got tubes, construction components, interior plates. There we go, we're good. Sure, this will be safe and fine. Perfect. I'm glad I made this wider. again. I want to make the factory. You know what? Probably like a row of windows. But I don't want to make it like full open. I miss this sorter. Well, we put in some serious work today. Got a whole new building foundation planned out and set up. Really, I ran out of components on some of this. Oh my god, that looks so cool. Okay, let's see what we are missing for these small steel tubes. Yeah, it's gonna come out better than I thought. And more here. Yeah. Notice these guys finished and all turned off. Nice.
Your health
Yes.
is low.
I'm going to die, but until then. I love how this came out. This is going to be great. Especially with the high ceiling. I can use, I can do a little bit of different greebling up on the high ceiling as well. Ooh. So just a recap before we leave here. So, we have, this is the Frostworks Engineering world and my forever world. It has a large amount of solar. I'm trying to have movement wherever I can. This algae farm retracts. The drill restocks its pistons as it goes and ejects stone into a container. And my game crashes. Perfect. All right. Well, have a good day, everybody. I was coming to an end, so I will see you in the next episode. Bye.